and welcome back. This is Suzanne Lyons here, and now we are going to do the review of what we've done quickly, actually a review, don't worry, over the last 5 weeks. This has been so much fun. Oh, damn, this is fun. I hope you guys have been having as much fun as I have, and I hope you've been out there creating tons of relationship and like doubling and tripling your map of relationships. Your visual display must be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Probably takes up the whole wall of your house by now, right? After 5 weeks. So what I want to do now is just kind of review the whole thing with you just quickly from the booklet on 10 tips, and these are available on Amazon, like I said now, and of course on my store, SUZANNELYONS.net. And then if you want to know a little bit more about me, it's SUZANNELYONS.net, and then snowfallfilms.com and windchillfilms.com. I meant to put that in before. And also, for those of you who really are having some fun with this and enjoying this, please share the whole thing, you know, with friends. That is kind of what it's all about, really, is getting out there and sharing with people. And you know, my goal, like I said, is to bring the entrepreneurial spirit, have it come alive in Hollywood, in this entertainment industry. One creative, talented person at a time is kind of my goal. So please help me share that with people, and help me bring these wonderful you know, business tools and techniques that are used with Fortune 500 companies to everybody in the entertainment industry. It's such a big passion of mine, and I would love to have you help me and support me with getting the word out for that. Now let's go back just quickly review, and that is tip number 1. Was to take responsibility. I know that was painful for all of you. It's still painful for me. For God's sakes, I've been working on that distinction for years, and I'm still having a hard time with it. I still would love to, you know, pass the buck if somebody, you know, take responsibility. But we don't want to relinquish our power. Truly, when it comes, you know, really think about it. Who wants to do that? You know, you are the 100% responsible for your career. 100% responsible, 100% of the time. Okay. So that was the first one. Be the president and CEO of your company and take responsibility for that company. You are a business, and your business is you. Capital Y-O-U. Okay. Number 2 was research. Research the people that you wanted to meet. Okay, research those people you want to meet. Please don't go in cold. Like I said, though, if you end up meeting somebody in the elevator who you've always wanted to meet, or at a party that you didn't plan on running into, for God's sakes, don't wait until you do your research. Take advantage and take that opportunity. But if you are planning to meet the person, make the phone call or going to that meeting, then please do the research. My God, you'll stand out. It makes such a difference because nobody does it. Very sloppy. We're pretty sloppy when it comes to that one. Okay. Number 3, what we talked about was acknowledge. Acknowledgement is so missing, so missing, so missing, that if you've been doing that even once a day, I swear you are giving the most magnificent gifts to people, probably more than anything they've received in their lifetime. So that in itself is magnificent. So acknowledgement and listening was tip number 3, and practicing listening, being present, being in the moment, really listening to people. Okay. That's a lifetime thing. That's like, you know, being masterful at something. That's something that we'll that we'll take on for the rest of our lives. Actually, that one. Number 4 was to be memorable. What were those unique, unusual, distinctive, interesting things about yourself that are not you in your career, but you in your life? That was a fun exercise. I hope you guys had fun with that one. I did. I love that one. That is so cool. The other one was connect, to join organizations and go to networking events. Okay, make a point of it. Make a point of meeting at least 2 people at those events. Stick out your hand and say hi. Be proactive. Be the one in charge. Don't forget you're the president and CEO. That should be easy for you to stick out your hand and say hi. So it was about joining those organizations. And what did I say? Oh yeah, and also when I mentioned with some of the ones that I joined years ago, I used to sit at the name tag table. And a great way to meet people. So that was connect, number 5. Number 6, number 6 was great fun because we had Mark Rossman, a wonderful director and wonderful writer, very successful guy, and also just a lovely guy, came and joined us and shared with us his tips on creating the map of relationship, that visual display. And tip number 6 was all about nurturing your current relationships. You know, yes, there's tons and tons of people we know in the industry, but are we staying in touch with them? Every quarter or every 6 months, call those people, get back in touch, email them, do whatever, but nurture those relationships that you've already got and expand on that map. That was the other thing we talked about with Mark as well. Number 7 is get referrals, okay? It was all about then connecting the dots. Now you've got that map of relationships, you've got that visual display. Then number 7 was, okay, who do I need to get to? Who's on my target list? Who do I want to get to? And who on that particular visual display may actually have a relationship and know the person or company that I want to get to, okay? So it was all about connecting the dots. Number 8. Number 8 was fun. I remember that. Number 8 was getting the meeting. Okay, get in the room, get FaceTime, get the meeting. Okay, I talked a little bit about how I think we're getting a little complacent, maybe a bit lazy, in terms of the FaceTime. We're relying on the internet a wee bit too much these days. So it was all about getting on the phone, making the cold calls to set up meetings with people. And I think what I talked about was maybe getting the meetings down to 10 or 15 minutes, so they're not as daunting, not as scary for people, and much more easy for people to say yes. Okay, so that was really important as well. Number 9. Oh, I love this one too. Number 9 was be a peer, which my recommendation for that one was to look at moderating a panel. Calling an organization that you belong to or an organization that you don't belong to, it doesn't matter, and literally tell them that you will produce a panel for them and that you'll be the moderator. So if you're casting, if you want to meet casting directors, what a great way to do it. In my case, remember I said I wanted to meet bigger budget producers. Whatever it is, what a brilliant way. Maybe you want to meet sales agents and distributors. If you're a producer whose movie is complete, what a cool way to do it. Okay, call Find and see about setting up a meeting where you're the moderator of 5 or 6, sales agents and distributor. Very, very cool. Number 10, we had our wonderful Chris Wyatt produce 5 films, including Napoleon Dynamite, which we're all very familiar with and all fans of. And he came in and shared the importance of authentic relationships and how it's not just about, exchanging business cards. It's about really getting to know people, like we do in all industries in the world. We have, get-togethers, and, people do business on the golf course, but they're talking about their families when they're on the golf course, and they're talking about golf and sports and stuff like that. So it was all about creating real, true, authentic relationships with people, which I think could be a whole, huge one, 10 tips in and of itself. In fact, I'm going to be leading a seminar next winter that's called a relationship seminar that was set up simply because of this distinction. I love this one so much. It's so cool. And anyway, so that was it. That was a lot of fun. I am going to be joining you again this week for the USTREAM Q&A for all of you who took this on and have been, have questions about it. I'll be available, and it should be listed right below me because I'm not sure what the time is actually, the day and the time that we'll be doing that. So just look right below me right here, and that'll be right on the screen. And for those of you, please join me, and please share this with your friends to join me. It's free. It's like I said, a free USTREAM, and I'm looking forward to that. And have your questions ready. You can type them right in actually on the chat room, which is kind of fun. We did it last time, and I really enjoyed it on the whole goal setting one. It was lots of fun. And that's it. Next time, starting next Tuesday. Oh my God, it's 10 tips to success in Hollywood. How cool is that? That's a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to bringing that one to you as well. So thanks for joining me for this review of this past 5 weeks, the review that I gave you today on networking and creating relationships on the 10 tip series. And I will see you a little later in the week, like I said, for the USTREAM Q&A. All right, until then, have fun, continue creating and generating your map and using these fun tips, and I will see you in a couple of days.